In the spotlight tonight is Sherzod Muminov from Manchester, a student, and his specialist subject is the philosophy of existentialism. Hazel Phillips from Bristol, a research chemist whose subject is the Little Women books. Pauline Beighton from Oxford, a senior library assistant, and her subject, the life and work of the artist Gwen. And Simon Curtis from Castleford, an administrator whose subject is the jam. Hello, I'm John Humphreys and welcome to the most gruelling quiz show on television. Each of our 4 contenders face 2 minutes of questioning on their chosen specialist subject, followed, of course, by 2 minutes on general knowledge. And the winner tonight will take their place in the next round and move a step closer to becoming the Mastermind champion. So let's have our first contender, please. And your name is?
Sherzod Muminov.
Your occupation?
Student.
And your chosen subject?
Philosophy of Existentialism.
Existentialism, in 2 minutes, starting now. Which 19th century Danish philosopher is regarded as the father of modern existentialism?
Søren Kierkegaard.
Correct. What German word that literally means being there does Heidegger use about existence throughout his major existential work, Being and Time?
Dasein.
Yes. Which French philosopher claimed that the world is wholly inside me and I am wholly outside myself?
Jean-Paul Sartre.
No, Merleau-Ponty. Which essay on the absurd by Albert Camus opens with the line, "There is but one truly serious philosophical problem, and that is suicide"?
Myth of Sisyphus.
Yes. Which philosopher's key concept is that existence precedes essence, that man first of all exists and only defines himself afterwards?
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Yes. Which philosophical movement is associated with Edmund Husserl and is acknowledged as an important point of departure for existentialism? Yes. Which dramatist, who was the author of Être et Avoir, is regarded as the first French philosopher to embrace existentialism?
Jean-Paul Sartre.
No, Gabriel Marcel. According to the title of Sartre's seminal lecture published in 1946, existentialism is a what?
Humanism.
Yes. Which writer on existentialism studied medicine and worked in a Heidelberg psychiatric clinic before turning to philosophy? His first written work was on psychopathology.
Pass.
In Sartre's Nausea, which species of tree in the park gets Roquentin thinking about the meaning and absurdity of existence?
Leaves.
Chestnut, whose classification of history into 3 types, monumental, antiquarian and critical, influenced Heidegger's theory of the historicality of Dasein?
Pass.
In which work of 1843, subtitled A Fragment of Life, did Kierkegaard make profound observations on philosophical choice, which is a fundamental issue in existentialism?
Fear and Trembling.
No, it's either or. In 1929, what did Gabriel Marcel do that was to distance him from the predominantly atheistic tradition of French existentialism?
Pass.
Which philosopher claimed in her work published in 1947, I've started so I should finish, that from the very beginning, existentialism defined itself as a philosophy of ambiguity?
Simone de Beauvoir.
Indeed it was. You had 3 passes. Gabriel Marcel became a Roman Catholic. It was Nietzsche who classified history into 3 types, and it was Karl Jaspers who wrote on existentialism and worked in a psychiatric clinic before he turned to philosophy. 3 passes. Sherzod Muminov, 7 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Hazel Phillips.
Your occupation?
Research chemist.
And your chosen subject?
The Little Women series by Louisa Alcott.
Little Women. In Little Women, what does Jo sell for $25 in order to raise money for Mrs. March to tend her sick husband in Washington?
Her hair.
Yes. What's the name of Amy's home in Jo's Boys because it's full of art, music and culture?
Parnassus.
Correct. Which girl, who's jealous of Amy, persuades her mother to give Amy the inferior flower table rather than the art table at the family's celebrated summer fair?
May Chester.
Yes. From whose baby does Beth catch scarlet fever in Little Women?
The Hummels.
Yes. When Amy goes to Europe with Aunt Carol and her family, what are the names of the twin brothers who take them out to see the sights of London?
Frank and Fred Vaughan.
Yes, in Little Women, the Moffat family call Meg by what name when she goes to stay with them for a fortnight of novelty and pleasure?
Daisy.
Yes. In Little Men, how does Jo punish Nan for wandering off and getting lost? An echo of how she herself had been punished as a girl by her mother.
She tied her to the sofa.
Yes. When the girls meet up with the Vaughans at Camp Lawrence, Kate introduces them to which game in which one player begins a story and the next one takes it up?
Consequences?
A rigmarole. When Dan is found guilty of the manslaughter of a card sharp in Joe's Boys, he gives which false name, which he'd already used several times before in emergencies?
David Kent.
Yes. In the chapter Joe's Last Scrape, from which town have Mrs. Parmalee and her daughters come to see the famous writer Mrs. Bear?
Oshkosh.
Yes. Meg's son is known by what name, although he was actually christened John after his father?
Demi.
Yes. What breed of cow is Buttercup, whom the boys, at the instigation of Dan, attempt to engage in a bullfight in Little Men?
Jersey.
Alderney. With what name does Laurie christen the tiny house with a little garden behind, a lawn about as big as a pocket handkerchief in the front, where Meg and John Brooke begin their married life?
Dovecote.
Yes. Which novel makes Jo laugh out loud when she reaches the part where the characters tumble into the water, and March later reads some of the same novel herself, although she wouldn't admit to enjoying it?
The Vicar of Wakefield.
Correct. In Joe's Boys, what's the title of the last play performed at Christmas at Plumfield, in which Professor Bear plays Jove and his wife plays Juno?
The Owl's Dark Marbles.
Yes. By which character's name does Laurie introduce himself after he's accepted into the Pickwick Club by the March sisters?
Samuel Weller.
Yes. What does Joe say that Professor Bear is humming like a big bumblebee while he arranges his books in Good Wives?
Pass.
Well, I can tell you because the buzzer's gone. Kent's Dudas Land. That was your only pass, Hazel Phillips. 14 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Pauline Beighton,
Your occupation?
Senior Library Assistant.
And your chosen subject?
The life and work of Gwen John.
Gwen John in 2 minutes. Which animal did Gwen John often draw, sometimes with it being held by a young woman and sometimes on its own?
A cat.
Yes. What was the name of the sculptor for whom she modelled in Paris? She later became his mistress.
Rodin.
Yes. In the painting referred to as a corner of the artist's room in Paris with flowers, which object is leaning against the chair?
A parasol.
Yes. What was the first name of her older brother who was born in 1875?
Thornfield.
Thornton. To which town did Edwin John move his young family after Gwen's mother died in 1884?
Tenby.
Yes, Gwen said that the face she depicted in A Lady Reading had been modelled intentionally on work by which artist?
Albrecht Dürer.
Yes, what colour blouse does she wear in her self-portrait of around 1902, which Fred Brown, her teacher at the Slade, included in the background of his own self-portrait?
Red.
Yes, red and black. To whom did she leave the majority of her estate in a will drawn up in September 1939?
Her nephew Edwin John.
Yes, which of her friends modelled for the painting entitled The Student?
Chloe Borton.
No, Dorelia MacNeil. Rodin made a sculpture of Gwen John in Paris in 1904 as a memorial to which artist who died the year before?
Whistler.
Yes, what was the name of the house at Pleneuve where she lived for some months during 1918 and 19?
Chateau Vaccarat.
Chateau de Vauclair. In the painting Interior with Figures given to the National Gallery of Victoria in 1947, what's the young woman in the white dress holding in her left hand?
A doll.
A book. On which London street did she share an apartment with her brother Augustus while studying at the Slade in 1897?
Gooch Street.
Fitzroy Street. What was the name of John Quinn's mistress, who befriended Gwen John in around 1920, took her to galleries in Paris, and introduced her to a wider circle of people?
Jean Foster.
Yes, in the 1930s, Gwen attended classes given by which prominent artist and art theorist?
Lote.
Yes. Which picture in the Yale University Art Gallery has the subtitle Interior Second Version and depicts an everyday object on a table in front of a fireplace?
The teapot.
Yes. What was the surname of Gwen John's friend Chloe, whom she painted a number of times in muted colours and with a pensive expression?
Borton Lay.
Yes. And that's your time up. No passes. Pauline Beighton, 12 points. And our final contender, please. And your name is?
Simon Curtis.
Your occupation?
Administrator.
And your chosen subject?
The Jam.
The Jam, in 2 minutes. The Jam formed at which secondary school in Woking in Surrey?
Sheerwater.
Yes, according to the song Eton Rifles, all that rugby puts hairs on your chest. What chance have you got against?
Tie and a crest.
A tie and a crest. The Jam's version of So Sad About Us was recorded as a tribute to which rock star?
Keith Moon.
Yes, which song was recorded as a B-side to Absolute Beginners and was based partly on their earlier song, We've Only Started?
Tales from the Riverbank.
Correct. In 1980, which of the band's releases became the first single since '73 to enter the UK charts at #1?
Double A-side Going Underground, Dreams of Children.
Yes, the title of the Jam song Tonight at Noon is taken from a poem by which of the 1960s Liverpool poets?
Adrian Henry.
Yes, the song The Bitterest Pill I Ever Had to Swallow features a duet by Paul Weller and which Belle Stars singer?
Jenny McEwen.
Correct. The lyric, and when or if the sun shines, lighting our once beautiful features, we'll smile but only for seconds, is from which song written by Paul Weller?
Start.
Wasteland. What was the last new track they released as a single in the UK? It came out in November 1982, shortly before the band split up.
Beat Surrender.
Yes, which Guildford-based band supported the Jam at several concerts in '79 after Bruce Foxton spotted them in a Godalming pub and agreed to manage the group along with Paul Weller's father, John?
The Vapors.
Yes, which song written by Pete Townsend appeared on the B-side of the single Funeral Pyre, which was released in 1981?
Disguises.
Yes, what was the name of the Polydor A&R man who signed the group to the label in February '77 for an advance of £6,000?
Chris Parry.
Correct. Which Jam single was written by Bruce Foxton and reached number 27 in the UK charts in '78?
News of the World.
Yes, what's the title of Benjamin Clement's bronze sculpture which is pictured on the front of the album Setting Suns?
Pass.
At which Woking nightclub did the band secure their first regular weekly booking after passing an audition there in January '74?
Michaels.
Yes, in November '82, the Jam performed on the first episode of which Channel 4 music programme?
The Tube.
Yes, which singer-songwriter wrote David Watts, which gave the Jam a minor hit in the UK, reaching number 25 in 1978?
Ray Davis.
Ray Davis it is, the one you passed on, the title of Benjamin Clement's bronze sculpture, St John's Ambulance Bearers. Only the one pass, a lot of points, 15. So that's the end of the first round. Let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 7 points is Sherzod Muminov. In third place with 12 points, Pauline Beighton. Second place with 14 points, Hazel Phillips, very close this, in the lead with 15 points, Simon Curtis. So the general knowledge round now, and if there's a tie at the end of this, then the winner is the person with the fewest passes. Let's ask Sherzod Muminov to join us again, if you would, please. And where do you come from?
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
We don't get many people on this programme from Uzbekistan. Funny. Now, here's a challenge for you. Existentialism. Make it explicable and fun in 30 seconds.
Well, it's a philosophical movement which was very famous in 1950s and 1960s. I would say that existence is the most important thing. We are just what we are, and what we do, who we become, and what essence we choose is only in our own hands. So the choice you make in your life is your way of making yourself in this life. And even if you don't make any choice, so you choose not to make a choice, it is still a choice.
Right. So nothing is predetermined, in other words.
Yeah, nothing is predetermined. Everything is up to you.
Right. Well, that's a nice thought, I suppose. Let's see how you do with your general knowledge. You got 7 points with existentialism. Here we go. Which king was given his golden touch by Dionysus as a reward for his kind treatment of the satyr Silenus?
Agamemnon.
Midas. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith play secret agents K and J in which 1997 film and its sequel?
Men in Black.
Yes. Which Latin phrase means forever or again and again in the same manner?
Etc.
Ad infinitum. Which .com company was founded by Jeff Bezos in 1994 and started trading the following year?
Pass.
Which Australian state is known as the Apple Isle because of the large number of apples grown there?
Tasmania.
Yes. The last known member of which close relative of the zebra, once found in great numbers in southern Africa, died in Amsterdam Zoo in 1883?
Tarpan.
The Quagga. In December 2000, which oil billionaire and now football club owner was elected governor of Chukotka, an impoverished region in the far east of Russia?
Roman Abramovich.
Yes. Irving Stone's novel The Agony and the Ecstasy is a fictionalized biography based on the life of which Renaissance artist?
Michelangelo.
Yes. Which acid is used in most car batteries?
Sulfur.
Sulphuric, yes. The Prisoner's Chorus comes from which opera first performed in its final form in 1814?
Pass.
In which country is the Quetzalcoatl Pyramid, which is claimed to be the largest monument ever constructed?
Egypt.
Mexico. Which Roman emperor was regarded as an embarrassment by his parents Drusus and Antonia Minor because of his stutter and limp?
Neron.
Claudius, how in American military parlance is a high-mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle commonly known?
Pass.
Which electrical circuit component, whose name comes from the Greek for twice and way, effectively allows current to flow in only one direction?
Pass.
Which exclamation popularised in The Simpsons was included in the online edition of the Oxford English Dictionary published in June 2001?
Knowledge matters.
Do. What is I've just started, but I'll finish. The European Union emergency number, the equivalent of 999 in Britain?
Pass.
It is, I'll tell you, because time is up, it's 112. The electrical circuit component is the diode. A Humvee is that American military vehicle. Fidelio is what the Prisoner's Chorus comes from, and that .com company is Amazon. 5 passes, a total now, Sherzod Muminov, of 12 points. And now Pauline Beighton, if she will join us, please. And it's Gwen John, sister of Augustus John.
That's right.
And I mention that because we almost only know the great male artist, don't we?
Yes, I think it's a great shame because they were there, but they've just been hidden.
Why?
I don't know. I suppose because in some ways it was a male preserve, and such books as The History of Art by Gombrich, he only mentions two women painters, but there were more there. In their own time they were famous. People like Lavinia Fontana and Artemisia Gentileschi, Elizabeth Vigée-Lebrun, Angelica Kauffman.
But again, names that will mean nothing to most people, I dare say.
Well, that's very sad.
Well, you scored 12 points. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Which nickname was acquired by 617 Squadron of the RAF after a bombing raid on the Ruhr Valley in May 1943?
The Dam Busters.
Yes, the singer born as Mary O'Brien in 1939 achieved fame in the 1960s under what name?
Clodagh Rogers.
Dusty Springfield. Which philosopher and mathematician gave the first BBC Reith lecture in 1948 entitled Authority and the Individual?
Bronowski.
Bertrand Russell. In the Bible, what was the name of the third son of Adam and Eve, the ancestor of Methuselah and Noah?
Ham.
Seth. Which company, the world's largest producer and distributor of diamonds, takes its name from the two brothers on whose farm diamonds were discovered around 1870?
De Beers.
Yes. To which tall yellow-flowered plant is the Jerusalem artichoke, also called the girasol, related?
Daffodil.
Sunflower. Which author is best known for his adventure novels featuring Richard Hannay?
John Buchan.
Yes, who famously asked for a translation after Nikita Khrushchev had interrupted his speech to the United Nations in 1960 by banging on the desk?
President Kennedy.
Harold Macmillan. Which county in northern Virginia, across the Potomac from Washington, D.C., contains the Pentagon and the American National Burial Ground?
Washington, D.C.
Arlington. Who starred in the title role in the original 1986 production of The Phantom of the Opera?
Michael Crawford.
Yes. Which architect helped design the LC 1, 2 and 3 range of easy chairs and settees in 1929?
Bauhaus.
Le Corbusier. Which noble gas with the symbol XE has a name meaning strange or foreign?
Xenon.
Yes. What name is given to a sweet pancake served in a flaming orange sauce?
Flambe.
Crêpe Suzette. Which cartoon Viking is henpecked by his fearsome wife Helga?
Hagar.
Yes, Hagar the Horrible. The lake at Lyme Park in Cheshire was the scene of which character's celebrated dip in the 1995 BBC television adaptation of a novel by Jane Austen?
Mr. Darcy.
Yes. Which tragic actress's portrait, painted by Gainsborough in 1785, was purchased by the National Gallery in 1862?
Peg Woffington.
Mrs. Siddons, Sarah Siddons. No passes. Pauline Beighton, you now have 19 points.
Thank you.
And now, Hazel Phillips, please. And you are a research chemist, and there's no subtle way of putting this, really, but you deal in cow manure.
Yes, that's true.
Collect it and
Yes,
things.
well, I generally try and get the students to do the collecting part of it.
And what do you do with it?
Well, I'm interested in how nitrogen compounds are degraded in soils, but particularly I'm interested in nitrogen compounds that have got carbon as well, so what we call organic nitrogen.
And there's a lot of that in cow
And there's a
manure.
lot of that in cow manure, yes.
So are you, as it were, a connoisseur of cow manure? Your student brings you a particular pattern. Do you say, by golly, that's a fine example?
That's a fine
of...
one. I have to say that, thankfully, I'm not such an expert in that regard.
Right.
As I said, I leave it to the student, although...
You don't have to sort of nose it like you might nose a glass of good wine or something.
I haven't done yet, but I wonder if there's something to learn there.
Well, yes, it's smelly.
Well, yes, that I know, yes.
Well, good luck with your cow manure and your research. 14 points with the Little Women books. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Which writer's first successful play was Lady Windermere's Fan, first performed in 1892?
Pass.
Derived from the Latin for knowledge of the law, what name is given to the theory of philosophy of law?
Pass.
Which traditional Irish weapon is named after the village in County Wicklow from whose local oak woodlands it was once made?
Shillelagh.
Yes. The film actress Angelina Jolie is the daughter of which Oscar-winning actor?
John Voight.
Yes. Which political figure, as Constable of Carnarvon Castle, escorted the future Edward VIII to his throne at his investiture as Prince of Wales on 13th July 1911?
The Prince of Wales.
No. David Lloyd George. Chatsworth House in Derbyshire is the family seat of which duke?
Duke of Devonshire.
Yes. Which word can mean part of an anchor, a parasitic worm, a flat fish, or an accidental success?
Pass.
Who was the leader of the Greek forces in the Trojan War?
Achilles.
Agamemnon. In the television series The Avengers, who played John Steed's first female assistant, Kathy Gale?
Joanna Lumley.
Honor Blackman. What are Giovanni Arnolfini and Giovanna Cenami said to be doing in a painting by Jan van Eyck?
Pass.
Which Beatles' second book, A Spaniard in the Works, was published in June 1965?
Ringo Starr.
John Lennon. In the United States, what name's given to a ticket for future use given to a spectator when a game's been stopped because of bad weather?
Pass.
Which is the largest of the German states, or Länder?
Bavaria.
Yes. Whose ZX80 computer, introduced in 1980, sold in Britain at under £100, making it the first affordable home computer?
Sinclair.
Yes. Which Italian island has a very thin crisp bread known as carta di musica?
Elba.
Sardinia, sometimes called the stormcock. What is the usual name for the largest member of the thrush family found in Britain?
Pass.
Who composed the comic opera Les Irs d'Amour?
Bizet.
Donizetti. Which future British Prime Minister was Foreign Secretary from 1974 to 76?
Margaret Thatcher.
James Callaghan. Though never issued as a note or coin, which monetary unit, I'll finish the question, established in 1979, formed the basis for the development of the euro?
Pass.
It was, I'll tell you, because we're out of time, it was the ECU, or the European Currency Unit, if you prefer. The missile thrush, these are your other passes, is sometimes called the stormcock. Rain check is what you get if the game's called off. In that painting by Jan van Eyck, they're getting married. Fluke.
Yeah.
Part of an anchor, parasitic worm, flatfish, and so on and so on. Oscar Wilde wrote Lady Windermere's Fan, and jurisprudence is the theory or philosophy of law. 7 passes, a total, Hazel Phillips, of 19 points. And finally, Simon Curtis, please. Now, you do know, don't you, that you won't be winning any money here, and I mention that because you won £250,000 on
I did,
some other
yes, on some other
fairly
show,
obscure programme. That
some obscure show where the title asks if you'd like to win £1 million on ITV.
The Jam, Paul Weller was the Jam, wasn't he, or is that overdoing it a bit?
That's overdoing it quite a bit, in my humble opinion. Paul Weller wasn't the Jam on his own, but the Jam without Paul Weller wouldn't have been the Jam, of course.
So we shall never see the Jam play again, with Paul Weller, that is?
Me personally, despite the way we all thought 20 years ago, and we all did think at the time it's probably a dignified way for our band to go, I personally wouldn't be against it. I'm 42 now. I have 3 teenage children. One's 13, the twins are both 18. And one thing I'd really love to be able to do would be able to take them along to the driving, pounding, thumping experience that was a jam concert and say, this is what it was like. And maybe that might give them some understanding of what their dad's about and where he comes from. So, if by any chance you are watching, Paul Weller, we're ready. Are you?
Right, let's see if he gets in touch. 15 points. With your knowledge of the jam, let's see how your general knowledge is. The name of which bird is traditionally prefixed with Jenny?
Wren.
Yes, which type of coat is named after a town near Antwerp in Belgium?
Duffel.
Yes, in 2005, who became the lowest seed in the Open era to win the Wimbledon women's title when she beat Lindsay Davenport in the final?
Pass.
Which Prime Minister was born in Bury in Lancashire on the 5th of February 1788?
Gladstone.
Robert Peel. Which writer married Catherine Hogarth in April 1836 and separated from her in 1858?
Pass.
Who in 1908 devised the radiation detector named after him while working at Manchester University under Sir Ernest Rutherford?
Geiger.
Yes, which landlocked kingdom lies on the eastern flank of South Africa where it joins Mozambique?
Namibia.
Swaziland. What general name is given to drugs such as opiates that induce abnormally deep sleep and relieve pain?
Analgesics.
Narcotics. Which television detective series starring Nathaniel Parker as an aristocratic policeman is based on the novels by Elizabeth George?
Pass.
Who was awarded the 2001 Nobel Peace Prize jointly with the United Nations?
Perez de Coelho.
Kofi Annan. Which public holiday is observed on the first Monday in September in the United States and Canada?
Could you repeat the question?
Which public holiday is observed on the first Monday in September in the United States and Canada?
Veterans Day.
Labour Day. In May 2004, which comedian's gravestone was finally engraved with his preferred epitaph? I told you I was ill.
Spike Milligan.
Yes. Which fish is traditionally used to make an Arbroath smoky?
Mackerel.
Haddock. Which sea, an arm of the Arctic Ocean, bounded to the south by Norway and Russia, is named after a 16th century Dutch navigator?
Barents.
Yes. Robert Franklin Stroud, who spent 17 years in Alcatraz, was known by what nickname?
Birdman.
Yes. Which stretchy spandex fibre incorporated into swimwear and exercise clothes was introduced in 1958 as Fibre K by DuPont?
Lycra.
Yes. In which English, just started but I'll finish, in which English cathedral is Kimberley II buried?
King. Which one's
Can't give you any more time. If you didn't hear it, you'll just have to take a guess.
Winchester.
Yes. Well, not that you needed it. Let me give you your passes, 3 passes. It was the Inspector Lindley Mysteries. That was the series starring Nathaniel Parker. Charles Dickens married Catherine Hogarth. And it was Venus Williams who beat Lindsay Davenport in 2005. 3 passes, Simon Curtis, 23 points. So that's it. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 12 points is Sherzod Muminov. In joint 2nd place with 19 points are Hazel Phillips and Pauline Beighton. In 1st place with 23 points, Simon Curtis. Which means, of course, that Simon Curtis goes through to the 2nd round. Congratulations to him. Please join us next time for more Masterminds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Vegetables and vanilla, the A to Z of TV gardening, looks at the letter V, next here on BBC Two.